Thanks for hopping on the call with me here. So for those that don't know, just tell us, who you are, what business you work for, and kind of, where you guys are at.
Yeah, my name is Luke Lidside. I'm the marketing coordinator for Krumm Exteriors LLC. We're also co-branded with Kangaroo up here in Wisconsin. Um, so yeah, we're based out of New Richmond, Wisconsin. I'm actually in our Stillwater, Minnesota location right now, and we do roofing, siding, gutters, decks, small structural builds, additions, windows, doors, wraps, all pretty much anything you can think of exterior wise. We'll do it or find a way to do it. So. That's
Awesome.
kind of us.
Awesome. Yeah, and we've been working together since I think July at this point. Um,
Yeah, it sounds about right.
yeah. So you'd mentioned kind of, before that, you weren't using AI. Obviously, you guys have a sales team. You've got a pretty good process in place, but still missing some follow-ups, missing some leads. Um, you know, kind of what was the process like before you started working with me?
Um, well, the process. I mean, we had some direct mail initiatives going on. We had there's a creative team, like essentially an advertising and branding firm that we partner with. So there's a little Google advertising going on, paid social media, display ads, that sort of thing. Um, I would say things were going fine, but we knew for one thing we knew we could cast a wider net, and we knew for sure that there were things that were just being missed because we don't have humans that work 24/7. So who's calling in and not leaving a voicemail on the weekends, or who's going to our website and not seeing any option to uh, engage that way. I mean, I'm a millennial, like right in the middle of the road millennial, and I know oftentimes me and people like me don't necessarily want to call you. I'll hop on a live chat or I'll shoot you an email maybe, but I don't necessarily want to be on the phone with you. So
Yeah.
missed
Awesome.
opportunities there.
Yeah. Awesome. And so when I came in talking AI, what was your initial reaction, or what was the company's initial reaction? I know maybe there was some skepticism, but love to hear.
Yeah, so I mean, there was there's always going to be some skepticism, and we definitely had our share of that. Fortunately, even those of us who aren't super tech savvy, I'm very tech savvy, but like there are obviously going to be people on our team that on anybody's team that aren't, and we have a couple of those as well. But even those people are kind of are tech forward, like how can we improve even if it's in a way that I don't necessarily understand. So when you guys started talking, I mean, I believe you gave us a demo. I think you gave us actually two demos, and it just really seemed like you had your head in the right place, and you had the right idea of how to use this marketing in our business. Even though, if I remember right, we were the first like full full service exteriors business
Mhm.
that you worked
Yep.
with. It seemed like even despite that barrier, you guys you still knew how to make it work for us, how to present it in a fashion that we would be able to understand, and we would be able to articulate how it could benefit us on our end. And the whole business card scanning turning into a text message, like if you're out in an event thing, even though that's not something we've personally implemented, I was pretty impressed by that right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. That works great. So you've been using AI to follow up now for, since that first reactivation campaign we ran in July. Um, and then we recently did a campaign in December, late November, early December to kind of work through end of the year, trying to get people to buy before prices went up. Can you just talk through that real quick and then we'll get to the numbers?
Yeah, I mean, so it's exterior contractor out in Wisconsin, Minnesota. Price or temperatures go down, prices go up, and people stop calling. So we you and I collaborated together, and we worked a little bit with the rest of the team as well. We came up with some scripts, came up with a strategy, and then we had a list of, I want to say it was 700, or
Mhm.
maybe it was more than that, but around 700, I think, dead leads. And we implemented a strategy that I think we staggered them. We staggered our text messages. It went out in groups of was it a few hundred at a time, right?
Yeah, it was like 30 an hour throughout
30 an hour. There it
throughout
is.
the day, just kind of date, 9 to 5.
Yeah, and then we had the texts themselves. So it was a four text message campaign. It had four different touch points, but the overarching theme was just, prices are going to go up at the end of the year. Make sure you get on our calendar, even if we're not building for you until April. Get on our calendar right now. We'll make sure to lock your prices in. Um, and yeah, so four different text messages staggered. I think it was 3 or 4 weeks basically was how far out they were staggered, and ended like a week before Christmas, if memory serves.
Yep.
Uh, and I mean, all things considered, it went pretty well. I think just bef- before we get into your numbers, which I'm sure are much more accurate than what I remember, I think just kind of to relate things, we had basically like an ROI that was in line with what our ROI is for our other marketing efforts with our advertising agency. So that was very, very good to see on my end.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. So this is what you emailed me. So again, some of these jobs might close or some more things, but kind of as it stands today here, we're, beginning of or middle of February now. Um, so we got, what was it, 50,000, or 50, what is that, like 52,000 in closed jobs.
Yep,
You had an estimate out for 25K, uh, that they were kind of going to decide on last I heard.
yep,
And then you also put a bid in for a six-figure commercial roofing job as well.
yep,
Okay, awesome. Plus a couple of other, looks like some warranty work. Um, got some other roofing um, things done and that kind of stuff. So
yeah. We got some good stuff done. Some of it was seasonal, which I think is helpful regardless. I think the numbers there are really important, of course, and that at the end of the day is what makes things go around. But the warranty job was particularly important for me because I think customer perspective, public perspective, that's life and death in any business. But um, that was a person who could have walked away from us with a very, very negative reaction because of just some misunderstandings. And as a result of the reactivation campaign, we were able to send our lead repair tech out there, get her stuff taken care of, and leave her as a happy customer as opposed to an unhappy one.
nice. That's awesome. I didn't even realize that when you sent it to me because it was just in the list, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, so I mean, for uh basically what amounts to, 1 month, um, $50,000 in closed deals, plus the warranty work, plus potential six figures more revenue in the coming months.
Yep.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah. Plus some pocket change scattered in there too.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Man, so what would you say to, another roofing company, another contractor that's, you know, thinking about this? They've heard about AI, right? Because it's all in the news now. We know it is. It's all over
Yeah.
the place. And they're like, I'm not sure that it's, right for my business. What would you say to another business like that?
I would say that there are many, many types of lead generation. Um, Most of them aren't as intuitive as AI. We wanted to cast a wider net. We wanted to catch the things that we were missing. And the WonderBot has certainly helped us do that, as the numbers show. And just to butter you up a little bit, Joey. I mean, you've been an absolute delight to work with this entire time. So